Hello my old school soul food family, Chef Jeffrey back with another video. Hey y'all, today I'm going to do a quick video. Had nothing to do with my birthday month, had nothing to do with my favorites, but something I been wanting to try. I want to try a mixed berry cobbler here. I've seen these before. I've never made them before. So I think I'm going to give it a try here. The berries here I got is strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. So I said I want to give it a try and see how this will come out. So we're going to give it a shot here because I love blackberry cobbler. I love blueberry cobbler. I love raspberries. So we're going to see how it is. So I already added my sugar to this. I've added my pineapple juice. That's the secret of my cobblers if y'all been following me long enough. Y'all probably have seen me make so many cobblers. So I'm just putting this in here as I go and I'll let you know what's in it. Put my butter in here, a little vanilla, and this is my cobbler pot. If y'all, a little vanilla here. If y'all been following me long enough, when I make this, when I bring this pot out, that means it's cobbler. A nutmeg, a little cinnamon, and I'm gonna put the description of the video here. I'm gonna put the recipe in the description of the video, y'all. And I'm making this just like I do every other cobbler. Same ingredients and everything. Only thing I'm changing is the type of fruit. It's going to be the same amount as I do with every other cobbler. So we're going to let this come to a boil. Like every cobbler, once it comes to a boil, I'm going to tighten it up with some cornstarch, and then we'll pour it in the pan, put the crust on there, we'll have us some cobbler. And I do like all do others. I got half the berries in here, and I'm gonna leave half and put in there right in directly into the baking dish. That way these berries get mushy, I still have some berries that's hold its shape, that's not in the actual cobbler. So we'll be right back once this gets to boiling. I'm gonna get my dough and go and put the bottom crust into my. Y'all know I use y'all know I don't make pie dough. I don't have time. I'm not gonna waste time making pie dough. Y'all follow me long enough. Y'all know I use the Pillsbury roll-out crust. So easy, so simple. It's a game changer. So anyway, I'm gonna put the bottom crust in there, and I'm gonna come back in a few minutes and tighten this up with cornstarch, and we'll go from there. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back here. Okay, y'all, I like for my cobbler to come to a complete boil before I add the cornstarch, so it doesn't take us too much longer for it to take effect, for it to thicken up. But you know, cornstarch, to really get the full activation out of it, your liquid need to be boiling. So we're gonna pour the cornstarch in here, thicken it up. See how quick it got thick? Now if that hadn't been boiling, it would have took longer. Put a little bit more, because I'm gonna make it a little extra thicker because I got the frozen berries over here. Remember that? I took some frozen berries and put in here, so that liquid from the frozen berries is going to thin this out a little as it's in the oven. So let this cook just a second here. See how pretty that filling is? And that's why I took some of the frozen berries out, y'all, and put in there and not in here, because see how it broke it up? But it did give it a nice pretty color. You got the blueberries in here, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do now, see how quick that was? Now I'm gonna ladle this in here. I would pour it, but I think I'll make a mess today. So I'm gonna take this, let me make sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. Move it over just a little here. Okay, take this and ladle the juice in here, y'all. Make sure you get most of the berries there. See, that's why I made it so thick. Because I know when this starts cooking and mixing with the other berries, it's going to thin out a lot. A little bit more. And that's it. Now, just over here out the way. Now, all I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the top crust on here. And we'll be ready to put it in the oven. The top crust is very easy. Very simple. Let me move it over here where y'all can see. And all I did, let me reiterate, even though the recipe is description in the video, I took frozen berries, pineapple juice, butter, like every cobbler, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla. I make the same way every cobbler, y'all. No difference, no matter what fruit I'm using. So now all I'm gonna do is just, nothing fancy here, just put the topping on there. Like I told people, you don't have to be fancy with this. Just get it on there. Get it on there any way you can. Some people try to be fancy with the lattice cut. That ain't me. That's not me, y'all. Go. You could put it also, just cover it up completely with the dough. You don't have to make the little strings like I do. I just do this kind of give it, like my buddy Jack Chaplin, you know, of Daddy Jack's. You ever watch his cooking channel? Like he say, eye appeal is half the meal. I remember that saying every time he watched his video. He say that sometime. Eye appeal is half the meal, meaning the presentation is very important. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some butter on here. A little butter I had left over. I use a little butter. Y'all see I got some cornbread sitting there. I made some homemade butter beans for my neighbor. I've already did a video on that. I didn't show a video, but they want some homemade butter beans and ham hocks today. So I made them that with some cornbread. About neighbor got 7 people, a family of 7. Big old pot of butter beans and ham hocks. Can't go wrong with that, huh? Okay. Now I got the butter on there. Now I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little sugar. Sugar on there. And then that nice crystallization when it come out. And that's it. I'm gonna put it up in 350 degrees by 30 to 35 minutes. And this cobbler will be complete and we'll check it out. We'll be right back. Alright y'all, we are back here. The cobbler is fresh out of the oven. And y'all, I'm gonna let this thing set for like 3 hours. I'm definitely gonna let it set up and cool off. So when I do scoop it, it's not running all over the place. A lot of times I do that and people say, oh, it's too loose. No, it's once it cool off, believe me, it thickens up. So I'm gonna come back in about 3 hours and we're gonna taste a little of this. The rest of this going to my neighbor. Like I say, tonight I'm cooking them some butter beans and ham hocks and cornbread, and this dessert is old school mixed berry cobbler. I'm gonna take a bowl out of this and give them the rest and let them enjoy. So anyway, we'll be back in about 3 hours. We'll check this out and we'll see how good it is. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back. It's been about a couple of hours. I let this thing kind of set up and cool off. Now we're gonna cut into this thing. It makes a big difference when you let it set up. See that? Man, look at all that fruit in there. It's also easier to eat. Easier to eat, y'all. Okay. Now let's try this out. See how this tastes here. Oh wow, y'all. the berries, they work so well together. You got, you can taste the blackberries coming through. I think that's the dominant fruit in it. Blackberry. And then the raspberry, the blueberry, definitely, the blueberries and the strawberries didn't break down. But the raspberry and the blackberry definitely breaks down. And definitely the dominant flavor coming through. But it's awesome. My neighbor's gonna love this. But I'm gonna get another scoop here and I'm gonna let them have it. But yeah, try this recipe. First time I ever did the 4-berry cobbler. I did every berry cobbler separately, but I never did the 4-berry cobbler. So try this out, try this recipe. And I'm gonna close this recipe out now. Like I always say, please follow, please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Please visit my other social media accounts: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, and Old School Soul Food, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag this year is help somebody, Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love you. Bye.